Hello, new and returning viewers. This is a new series I'm doing called Parks and Plants. With full disclosure, this video was supposed to come out about 2 weeks ago, but life happens, as well as a bunch of my files were corrupted for photos of the places I visited. So, as a result, I want to make this a bit of a churn and burn video where I'm gonna do minimal editing and just kind of get it out so that I can move on to the next project I wanted to do more. So the first park that I visited was the Rotary Riverfront Park in Titusville, Florida. This park was bought and built in the late 1980s by Brevard County. It is a great location. It's right across from the VAB, the rocket storing area, across from the Indian River Lagoon, which is the background video. Um, on top of that, as you can see in the aerial photo, this park has a pier which you can fish and view from. There wasn't much to see at the time I went. I'll show this video of some stingrays I saw, which was nice. Some smaller size ones, but there were quite a lot of them. And then on top of it, a gentleman was fishing for large striped mullet. He had one in a bucket, but he was an interesting character, so I didn't take a picture of the fish in his bucket. Um, the next park I went to was the Tom Statham Park, also bought by Brevard County in the late 80s. This park has both a convention or like gathering center that you can rent out, as well as a park and playground. In the back, there is a boardwalk that has many different sections with both coverings and picnic tables. That's where this background video specifically is within the Indian River Lagoon is Tom Statham Park. The one thing about the Tom Statham Park is it's also across from the Indian River Power Plant, which in my research I found that it was actually owned by the Orlando Utilities Commission and not Brevard County or any local power conglomerate, which I found interesting. There's some secret talk about it possibly being transitioned into a uh, solar power plant, most likely to probably store the batteries, or I guess I believe it's interchanges for how the power is transitioned to the grid. Um, I found that interesting. I think it was from the Orlando Sentinel that posted it. Well, besides that, let's get on to the other part of this video, which is the plants. Now, all my plant files were corrupted and was kind of the main drawback of making this video. So I took an additional update photo of my plants. I'll put it up now. So originally I had planted black chestnuts, black walnuts, and they did not root and they did not germinate. So I kind of just threw them out and used their pot for a larger pothos that's in the black one. I basically have about an army of golden pothos is the specific variety of these, and I use my old yogurt glass jars and I plant them uh, from my backyard. So I have quite a few growing. Plan to give them to my coworkers as a fun little thing. Um, they grow very well, very little watering needed, about once or twice a week. I'm keeping the soil a little moist so that they can root a little bit easier, but they seem to be taking pretty well. And that's about it. I did have some ferns that I tried to grow, but most of them died just because they didn't really survive the transplant. I don't think the root bundle I got when I removed them from the ground was the largest, so they probably just had difficulty adapting and passed away, unfortunately. So for now, I just have about the 12 pothos, one in the background in the white and blue pot being a gift. That's a standard pothos without the yellow or golden hues of the ones that I found in my backyard. So that's about it for this video. Um, another experiment, I guess, for the channel. I realized moving forward, I want to record full length of wherever I visit so I can just clip or cut it and don't need to rely as heavily on aerial photos or stills and can have more video reliance. Um, that's about it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the first episode of Park and Plants. I have a full length video coming past this one. So I'll see y'all in the next.